Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen 2.4 on the PTU. Today, the latest eye patch came out, and I wanted to talk about that particular patch on the PTU, and in general some of the changes on 2.4, specifically talking about Kareah. So, there's a Defender mission and some other cool stuff that encourages player conflict or co-op there. So, there's always been an issue with Kareah since 2.0, mainly that people don't congregate there too much. So, 2.4 has tried to mix this up a little bit, and even more so in the latest eye patch for that. There's been some changes basically to get players there interacting with each other, whether that's for combat or for co-op or for missions. So, mission-wise, if you fly around for a while doing the comm relays as a good person, restoring them, after about 4 of them, 3 or 4 I think it is, you'll be offered a job at Kareah in the form of shift security work. Once you've been offered that job, you can track it through your scheduler, and then you need to go to the 2nd floor security office in Kareah and interact with that terminal to start your job. That security office is also new in 2.4, and we'll talk about that a bit later. But basically, you need to protect Kareah for 10 minutes, the actual station, the terminals. So you'll get paid 2,000 alpha UEC at the moment, although slightly changed, plus murder fees of 250 alpha UEC for every trespasser you kill there too. Your objective is to protect the security consoles and not to die yourself. You need to survive 10 minutes and basically prevent anyone hacking those consoles to get your payout. So, I like this. This is something for lawful players to do other than hunt bounties. It means that they can do a job, they can do a role, and they get paid for it. So there's also been some changes in Kareah in general. So there's the addition of that security office, and lots of stuff's been moved around as well. But in that security office, you can see the airlocks on the screen here. You can see which ones are cycling and being depressurized. This will tell you if people are entering or exiting the base, so you can better defend or camp the station. So you could use the security office even if you're a nasty man outlaw. If you're on duty there as well, though, if you're actually physically got the mission, you have access to the lockers as well, so you can grab some extra equipment, or you have some equipment to hand. The interior also of Kareah has changed. Stuff's been moved around. Some of the medical stations have been removed now, so that they're only under the stairs in the little medi rooms. That's the only place that they've got those medical stations there to resupply your medi-pen, basically. So they've also got some guns and armories that they've changed where they are on the station. You can grab some FPS weapons there as well. I'm not sure when this data pad was added, but now it works in your journal. Now it actually adds a detailed thing to your journal. It used to be there for ages, but it now tells you a bit of lore about the construction problems that were mentioned in the mission briefing for defending Kareah. So they've all started to add this lore, they started to add these mission descriptions and briefings. It's all quite cool, and we'll get more and more as the game gets more and more developed, or at least little bits added to the mini PU so that we can have a more fleshed out universe. But now at Kareah as well, there's something that does increase player conflict, which is good, which is spawnable loot, so that will earn you some alpha UEC. At the moment, it's just some bottles of wine, but I'm hoping there'll be more. And I'm really happy about this change, because it's one of the changes that I suggested to a dev, and it's got into the game. So I'm hoping that gets some more people involved at Kareah, and I'm hoping they add some more spawnable loot there as well, possibly some different stuff, a bit of random stuff, so you can kind of explore, maybe some hidden things, because that will get people interested in exploring and looking around, and then fighting each other maybe, or working together maybe. But all of this helps create some conflict and interest at Kareah, and helps them test the FPS mechanics and various other mechanics as well, from weapons, alpha UEC, hacking, outlaws, defenders, missions, a bit more lore, and that first-person shooter combat at Kareah. Kareah now has a lot more to keep you going back there and interacting with other players. So this is just one of the many changes in 2.4, and even just with the PTU patches, they're actually changing game content. It's really great. I'm loving what they're doing there. If you've got any more suggestions you think would make Kareah more fun, put them in the video. We might as well suggest them to the devs. Why not? And if you love the FPS combat, if you hate it, if you want other things changed, just talk about it here. Let's have a conversation. I'm really interested to know what you guys think, obviously, because you guys watch my stuff, and you've got the best opinions. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that gave you some information, or at least gets you inspired about some of the cool stuff they're doing in Star Citizen. If you're still not in the PTU, it should be going to live relatively soon, I expect, unless there's a major blocker. And if it doesn't, then it will get rolled out to more people in the PTU. And if you're like, oh, I don't have 2.4 yet, if you get involved when you do have access to the game with reporting issues on the issue council, doing bug reports, logging onto the game more often when you actually have access to these patches, then you'll more likely get chosen for PTU stuff. So this is the public test universe. This is pre-release, pre-alpha. It's to hammer loads of bugs out, and it's not normally to be seen as like a preview of gameplay. You are literally hammering bugs out. You're there to help the development of the game, specifically to hammer bugs out so it can get onto the wider servers for live. Anyway, I've started rambling. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. You guys take care, and I will see you in the verse, hopefully very soon.